Hello, everybody. My name is Simon, and today I'm going to talk about animals. So let's learn where they live. Animals can literally live everywhere. Like underwater, there are lots of fish, eels, ants, sharks, and so on. Or on land, there are some 4 feet animals or insects on land. Insects like ants, bugs, flies, mosquitoes, or with mammals are cats, lions. You can include in human because human is an intermediate animal, or dogs and cats, or so on. So let's learn how animals grow and what they need. How animals group. Oops. They group by how they act, like getting food or something, by their traits, like by their body parts, and where they live, on land or underwater. So, you know what they need. They need everything like plants, nearly water, food, shelter, space, and oxygen. Oxygen is the most important thing on all these 5 things. So let's see about vertebrates and invertebrates. Vertebrates, as you know, are backboned animals like us. They're backbones to keep their body straight, or maybe like this. But invertebrates are animals with no backbones, like some insects. So there are some vertebrates like their fish, the reptiles, the amphibians, including like the frogs, the birds, and some of the mammals. While the invertebrates have a lot. There are tons of invertebrates like mollusks, worms, and so on. There's even in some animals like insects are invertebrates. Some of them, but invertebrates taken most of their space in Earth than the vertebrates. The vertebrates are only about 10% tiny like this, while the invertebrates take a large amount, about 9%. Now let's see how animals grow. They grow first their birth, that is when they're born. They can born by an egg or hatch from an egg or born. That is how mammals do. So the growth is that they get bigger and stronger. So when they get bigger, they can do some things. But while they're small, they're only hatched, they can't even do much. They can only sit around, wait for food. Let's see when they grow. Their development is that they grow bigger until they're adults. So it's time for their reproduction. That means they hatch their young. And this is a life cycle, which means birth, growth, development, reproduction into an egg, and continue like that. But when the animals reach their death, means they die. They can't live for the animals they produce. There's some adaptations too. The adaptation like getting food. A pelican getting food using its large pouched beak. There's a pouch down their beak, and it acts like a net to catch fish inside it. Or the cardinal, it has a short and strong beak to break out nuts to eat. While their protection, they're camouflage animals like the Arctic fox. It changes fur with the seasons. That means in winter, that is, the snow is white, the fur is white. But in summer, the snow melts and all the rock is brown. It changes the fur to brown. So with armor, there are some armor insects like the horned lizard. It has tons of spikes, and it also has horns to prevent animals from eating it. They may think the spike is poisonous. So there are also mimicry animals is that they mimic other animals, like the king snake. It looks like exactly like the deadly coral snake. Well, some animals have a large amount of poison, and I hate it. Like the basilisk or the coral snake. Most of the venomous snakes, most of the snakes are venomous, but some are just normal. They don't bite people. Some are like that. And their instinct is that they are born to do so. Like when in the winter, they hibernate. That means they sleep throughout the winter, like bats, as you see. Or they migrate to another warmer place, like butterflies. Some have instincts that are actual for food, like they can, when their mothers have food, they can just open their mouths up like this and then just wait for their mouths to drop the food in their beak. Or some animals learn how to hunt for food from their animals. Like monkeys use rocks to break a rock to make into a shape. So there are some special animals like the elephant. You know, it is the biggest animal on land. A mayfly, it can only live for a day, so it must do everything as fast enough so everything can be done on only one day. So giraffes have a very, very long neck, maybe taller than the tree. It has a long neck so it can get over a tree to eat the leaves on the tree. While the anteater has a long and sticky tongue. The sticky tongue sticks ants onto it so it can eat. The anteater can eat hundreds of ants in a time using their tongue, and it's very long. So you must know how to protect the animals. If you don't protect them, you might not as well be dying out. If all the animals are extinct, you might as well have been extinct. That means you have got no food. Animals can produce food too, like the cow, it can make milk, or you don't need to hunt for cows. So you must remember to protect the animals. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.